Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to the Fashion Bunker. Today we're going to be talking, and just like that, Season 2 hath been announceth. And we are giddy with excitement about what is going to happen in Season 2. All of the questions and all of the answers that we were allowed to be given, we have been given, and we're going to discuss it together here today. So be sure to subscribe to my channel here on the tubes. Push the join button next to the subscription button. Become a member today. Get access to extra perks. You can also join me on Patreon. superdacob all spelled together there as well for extra perks. Thank you to my members and patrons who have already pledged. This video is being filmed live in front of a live virtual audience. I live stream every Saturday. You're all invited to join the live chat conversation. Here we go with all our high heels and hearts and everything because we're ready for... And Just Like That Season 2. Listen, you guys, of course, where do I get my news about And Just Like That Season 2? Where else? Vogue magazine, darling. Vogue magazine reports. And I shall share with you all of the kind of highlights that we know thus far because there are questions. Yes, it's been officially announced that And Just Like That Season 2 will happen. The main three characters, actresses, have confirmed or are on board. They probably signed those wealthy contract checks, everything. You know, the money is right and sitting ripe. And so we got our Miranda back, we got our Charlotte back, and we got our Carrie back. But oh, hey, Carrie, you're back. My time in the limelight is not yet over, chickadees. And just like that, she was back. She never left. She was always living in the crevices of the apartments, of New York apartment. We don't discuss the sordid topic of coin, says Carrie Bradshaw. I just wonder how much coin was offered to Kim Cattrall to come back. Because you know they wanted her back. I mean, come on. I don't believe anybody who says that they didn't, you know, they're like, oh, yeah, we're done. She was so offensive. This is, you know, like Sarah Jessica Parker saying like, oh, she's pushed it so far. She has destroyed everything. Like there's no going back. And like, you know, I'm like, girl, I'm starting to suspect that Sarah Jessica Parker got what she wanted because I have a feeling she was always a little jelly. She was always a little jelly of Kim Cattrall being so popular and loved by the staff and all of the crew members, you know, and stealing the show, you know, with the zest, with the lines. I mean, Kim Cattrall. Sorry, Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarika. Abbreviation, Sarah Jessica Parker. Sarika. Sorry, girl, but yeah, cute. With the girly acting and all. Yeah. Cute. But you're not Kim Cattrall. Kim Cattrall steals the show. And we know it. So I think that Sarika secretly was like, oh, thank God she's gone. Because finally the show is mine again. Now, this is just me speculating. Everything I say in this video is just for entertainment purposes only. Yada, 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 allegedly. Kim stole something. Oh, Carrie, come on. Don't be so bitter. Don't be a bitter Betty, Carrie. Let me give you a little tickle. Tickle, tickle, tickle. So what does Vogue magazine got to say? Well, Audrey says, I hope they don't replace Samantha. Well, in a nutshell, it's coming back. All the characters are in their 50s. The show is coming back for a second season. They're presuming that the show will be packed with more cosmopolitan cocktails, podcasting, and disastrous dates. Now, I'm thinking the only disastrous dates we can see is between Seema, not between, but Seema, she's kind of single. Well, she's dating the Prada guy from the noughties, but now the owner of a club. So they're not really stable relationship. And then we also got Carrie. But Charlotte is taken. There's no dating for Charlotte. Unless Harry kicks the bucket at the end of the episode, at the end of the season. Like, if Harry... Well, the only way for them to get a divorce is if he dies. Well, they don't get a divorce if he dies. If she's a widow, but that would be kind of really lame. Could you imagine season 2 beginning with the death of Harry? Like, we already went through it with Big, and we got rid of Big, and now Carrie can date again. And it took her a whole freaking season to really go Ferret, Beg and Ferret, Die and Ferret. Now, like, Miranda left Steve, so Miranda can now date, even though she's busy with Che. Anyway, Vogue is also saying that Che will be back because they say, will everyone for And Just Like That season 1 return for season 2? And here they say the main characters are all confirmed. And the teaser that they posted on their Instagram account for And Just Like That, they also showed Nicole Ari Parker as Lisa Todd Wexley, or LTW, Sarita Chaudhary, I don't know how to pronounce her name, as Seema Patel, Mario Cantone, where we know Mario Cantone since the OG show, so he's of course coming back as Anthony Marentino, Karen Pittman as Dr. Naya Wallace, and Sarah Ramirez as Che Diaz. So since they're all featured in the teaser, so we're led to believe that they're all going to be in the show. So Che, I know a lot of you really did not like Che, but Che is coming back, y'all. Now, is Che going to come back just for Miranda to break up with them at the beginning of the season? Because, let's face it, the chemistry was not really there between the two. Sorry, not sorry to say it. Che can stay in the show, but like Che should be dating somebody more worthy of dating Che, because Miranda is just a mess. They're also saying that probably more of the family is going to return. So Miranda and Charlotte's respective families, Evan Handler as Harry Goldenblatt, Kathy Ang as Lily, and Alexa Swinton as Rock, as well as David Eigenberg's Steve Brady and Niall Cunningham's Brady Hobbs. The podcaster for Carrie, the little tongue twister going on in the elevator at the end of the last episode of season 1 between Carrie and the producer of her Sex and the City podcast. There was a little tongue twisted moment going down in the elevator. So they've been asking, apparently they asked him, what is he coming back? And he said they haven't contacted him yet. And Franklin, the producer's called Franklin. Ivan Hernandez is the actor. They're saying like he could feasibly return for a second installment, but then he has been quoted allegedly to have said, "I know nothing about next season." Hernandez allegedly told Vogue back in February. "I think those things are still being worked out. I had a wonderful time playing the character, so I wouldn't mind coming back and exploring it if that's what they want to do." And here we touch base the painful truth about Samantha Jones not returning. Now here they're not really very specific. Are we talking Samantha Jones not returning, or are we talking Kim Cattrall not returning as Samantha Jones, but Samantha Jones being recast by somebody else? This is a little bit more difficult to read because they say one character who almost certainly will not be returning, however, Samantha Jones, as embodied by the effervescent Kim Cattrall. She famously declined to be part of the reboot, allegedly, and doesn't appear to have reconsidered. Currently, the actor is working on both the Queer as Folk reboot and the comedy About My Father opposite Robert De Niro. Although Samantha was occasionally a text friend to Carrie in the first season of And Just Like That, the showrunner, Michael Patrick King, has told Variety that viewers shouldn't get their hopes up about seeing the pair reunite on screen. And this is a pity, because at this point, you guys, I think we're done with Kim Cattrall as Samantha. Yeah, we love, whatever. This is not in Sex and the City. This isn't Just Like That. They can recast her. She doesn't want to come back. It's okay. We respect it. We've respected it for a whole season. We're always going to love Kim Cattrall as Samantha. Time to move on. Recast her. There's wonderful actresses out there. Because Michael Patrick King allegedly has been quoted to have said, "Magically thinking it's great to have Samantha," he said, "but I have no realistic expectation of Kim Cattrall ever appearing again." Right. But he's not saying that Samantha will never appear again. He's saying he doesn't think Kim Cattrall will never appear again. So I'm kind of reading between the lines here. I mean, guys, tell me in the chats, are you favorable to a Samantha Jones recast, or should she not be recast? Should we just like forget about Samantha Jones as a character? Michelle Pfeiffer as Samantha would make my life, says Tyler. Oh, I would love to see Michelle Pfeiffer as Samantha. Sharon Stone. And I always say Joanna Lumley as Samantha. I would love it. Audrey says, don't recast, forget it. Let her go, says Julia. Yes, Sharon Stone, says Sam. Sharon Stone. Joanna Lumley. Carrie Bradshaw. We're on the same page here. So people are favorable. I mean, Mr. Michael Patrick King, girl, lady, cha, honey boo boo, if you're watching, like, look, we want Samantha back. It doesn't have to be Kim Cattrall at this point. Kim Cattrall is Samantha. You can't recast her, says Smurfette. Peppa Pig as Samantha, says Jizzes. Katie says, get on edge, JP King. Only Sharon Stone or no one, says Sam. She should not be recast. Kim made Samantha who she was. You guys, it's because we have such a very clear vision of Samantha. But if we were to actually start watching another actress portray her, I think we would get used to it. If it's the right person. I think we would get used to it. I think we could even like experiment other facets of the character through a different actress. Why not? She who cast the shade ought to steep in it, says Carrie. I want a whole season of over-the-shoulder text shots. I should feel like with how it ended, they definitely need Samantha back and maybe just write it off as plastic surgery. Oh my god, that is so shady. They're like, wait, are you Samantha? She's like, yes, it's me. And they're like, but you don't look like yourself, girl. Joy Behar as Samantha. Oh my god, Jesus, that is hilarious. Well, at this point, then you might as well ask Bette Midler. Bette Midler as Samantha. Oh, you know what? We be joking here, but Bette Midler. You know what? Bette Midler as Samantha, I'm kind of living for the idea. Katie says Bette Midler could do it. Bette Midler as Samantha would be hilarious, you guys. It could be a funny facelift storyline. Honestly, Joy would be fun to watch. I'll do it. I'm Samantha, says Sam. Right, you already got the Sam. No, but honestly, you guys, a bad chemical peeling and poof, Beth is here, says Mind a Concept. Asia says, ha! Like in the Dynasty, they constantly recast the main characters. Well, I mean, Linda Evans remained Crystal Carrington, and Alexis Colby Carrington was always why can't I just love the actress so much and I don't remember her name all of a sudden. What the hell is wrong with me? I'm done. My life is over. I can't remember. I can't remember her name. You guys, somebody help. Oh my god. Yeah. I hate when this happens. I remember Linda Evans. Who's Alexis? She was in Roseanne, madame. She was in an episode. She's Roseanne's cousin. Not Linda Evans, Jonna. Alexis. Joan Collins. Thank you. Oh my god. I hate when this happens. Joan Collins. They never recast her. She was always Alexis. They've done quite a bit of recasting for Dallas, though, you know, which is, of course, Dallas came before Dynasty. But yeah. Anyway, so moving on. Now, what will be the plot of And Just Like That Season 2? Because this is also, you know, something that, well, it requires some consideration, thinking about it, at least a little bit. Like, what do we want to say about it? Okay, so as with Season 1, the major plot points of And Just Like That Season 2 will be kept under wraps until release. Great. So I'm like, okay, so you're not telling us anything? But that hasn't stopped fans from speculating about what could be explored. Right. So we see Carrie tongue kissing her producer in the elevator at the end. Che Diaz is taking Miranda to LA. Charlotte just got they mitzvahed and she's living her adult self life finally because now she's no longer a child. She's now a woman. Charlotte in her 50s. So I guess they're like, what's going to happen now, right? And what about Che and Miranda after the latter decided to ditch her highly competitive summer internship to go to LA with the former, with Che, who's doing a pilot? We may not get answers on any of these fronts for quite a while. But when will it be released? HBO Max has yet to announce a release date for And Just Like That Season 2. Early 2023 is what they're kind of saying could be realistic. But it is also very likely and possible that we're going to see a late fall release. So literally 1 year after Season 1, we might already get a Season 2 because we've seen how quickly they've wrapped up shooting Season 1 and then just a couple of weeks after they wrapped up shooting, the first episode already aired. So something similar might happen this time as well. I'm living ferret, begging ferret, dying ferret, to have them shoot the summer, early fall, and then late fall, they start pooping out those episodes like it's nobody's business. You know, because that's what I'm living for. So it is possible. They say early 2023 seems realistic, though late 2022 isn't totally out of the question either, considering the first season entered production in the summer of 2021 and landed on screens just 5 months later. Much will depend on the inevitably packed schedules, as they say, of Parker, Davis, and Nixon. Cynthia Nixon also has the second season of The Gilded Age to consider. Is she going to be in it or not? And that's all we know. That's all we know. That's all we know thus far. What are your thoughts? Che, get Che a Peloton now. Oh, Sam wants Che gone. Jack says, Sam, Jesus, we get it. You don't want Che in the show. Che will kill it. Yeah, Asia says Che will kill the Peloton, not the other way around. Well, if Charlotte has already hit menopause, says Asia, what can happen next? Maybe she and Harry will become grandparents. Well, not if Rock has anything to say about it. I'm not so sure Rock wants to have kids at this point. Carrie Bracha says, I personally just want more snacks. Season 2, I want a zombie apocalypse. Oh my God. I'm actually, Madame, living for this thought of turning Sex and the City into like a horror show. Like a special kind of spin-off type of thing. No, not a spin-off. Actually turn the show into at least a couple of episodes. I mean, not just like the Halloween episode, make it all spooky and kooky. I mean, like the whole show, like a zombie apocalypse and how the girls get through it, dating zombies and stuff like that. Like really funny things. Nicole Popinchuk, I completely agree with you. Rabbi Jen was amazing. Living for it. Zombie, cute zombie shoes. I'm thinking zombie apocalypse is a good idea. Carrie dressed up like a warrior, cute little Louboutins, camo Louboutins. Very Lara Croft. I'm thinking Lara Croft in New York City, dating and trying to figure out if the guy she's going to go on a date with is dead or alive. All the perks that come with it. How do you work an erection on a dead body? I mean, these are questions that the show did not touch base on yet. I think there's definitely room for a conversation to be had. Just saying. Broad City X and Just Like That crossover episode. Jack, I'm living for it. I mean, unfortunately, they canceled Broad City. I mean, the show came to an end. I'm not so sure that the girls really wanted the show to end or not. I mean, they said what they had to say, I guess. I don't know. But Broad City is amazing. It's like Sex and the City opened the doors to girls, Broad City, and shows like that. There's probably more, but these are the first two that kind of come to mind. Like Girls is the more, youthful version of Sex in the City, like kind of the new generation of Sex in the City, and then Broad City is the comedic version of Sex in the City. Katie says the hate is not warranted at all. It calls for more self-reflection, in my honest opinion, says Katie. I completely agree with you. Broad City crossover would be amazing. They should definitely ask if the ladies from Broad City are available to co-write a couple of episodes. They're amazing writers as well. They could write the episodes. They could act in the episodes as well. I think they could bring so much fun, lighthearted, comedic timing and relief and writing in the show. It would be amazing. It would be amazing. I'm joking. I actually like them when they weren't trying to be funny, says Sam. They are a good actor. Oh, Che. I love Russian Doll and cannot wait, Katie says. I enjoyed the actress from Russia, the curly-haired lady. Did I like the kind of the plot line? At the end, I was a little bit, okay, yeah, that philosophical dilemma. All right, been there already, done that. But Natasha would be hilarious on Sex and the City. I love Natasha. That's the Natasha Lyonne, or how do you pronounce it? She's wonderful in Russian Doll. I guess they're going to have to change the name of the show now, considering that, Russia is, the Z thing. So maybe they're going to change it. It's not going to be Russian Doll season 2. They're going to name it something else, maybe. I need to see Lisette a different perspective. I agree, Sam. They were forced and contrived in the beginning, got better as the season went on. They should have had better writing and editing. Oh, again, Che. No, the name is staying the same. Okay, so anyway, that's all we know. That's all we know thus far. Now, as soon as we get more news, if something just were to pop up, or pop out, we're going to make another video, a little updated video. But for now, we're celebrating. I'm kind of, from what I'm gathering, minus all the Che talk, it seems like everybody's happy that Season 2 is coming out. Are you guys happy that Season 2 is coming out? Let me know in the comment section down below as well. Are you happy that it's coming out? Or are you like, oh, hell no, why are they wasting money on this? Because bottom line, I loved watching Season 1. I loved analyzing how cringy it was at times and how much I didn't like it, and then I loved how much I liked it as well. I'm personally super thrilled that it's coming back. Bring back Alexander Petrovsky, says Smurfette. Living for Season 2, says Aisha. Silala says yes. I'm so happy for Season 2, says Tyler. Mind Concept says very happy about Season 2. Asia says we want more Dacob reviews of it just like that. Oh, you best believe if they do bring out, and they are going to bring out Season 2, I shall be reviewing. What if Miranda murders Steve? Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of like for a spin-off of Only Murders in the Building, which is another show I just watched. Also, Only Murders Left in the Building has received its renewal. Season 2 is also coming. Just side note. I loved the ride. Even if it's crap, it feels something in my heart. Yeah, that's a good point. You know what, Jack? That's exactly what it does to me as well. That's what it does to me as well. And on that wonderful little poetic note, let's end this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Here's to more and just like that shenanigans. Me and my little tiny miniature Chanel baglet and Michael Myers, because I do want horror in and just like that as well. Bid you adieu. Until next time, thumb up this video, subscribe to my channel, and never forget to never give up on love. Love you all. See you soon. Take care. Bye.